Okay, this is the regular Joliet City Council meeting for Tuesday, June 16th, 2015 at 6:30 PM. Be chaired by Mayor Bob Oderkirk. The invocation will be given by Father Chris Crow from St. Mary Magdalene Church at 127 South Briggs Street in Joliet, after which he will lead us in the pledge to the flag. So please rise.
Let us pray. Almighty God, you generously bestow your gifts in abundance to us, and we are most grateful for all that you continue to do for us and for the many favors you grant. We gather today in your name. Come to us and bring us your enlightenment. May everything that is done tonight be done with your inspiration and your wisdom. God of wisdom and justice, through you all authority is rightly administered. Laws are enacted and judgments are decreed. Guide and support our mayor, the members of our city council, our city manager, and our city staff. Give them the strength to know your will so that all decisions may be pleasing to you. May their work be conducted with righteousness, and may they always promote what is for the good and welfare of all of the citizens of Joliet. We likewise, Lord, commend to your care all the residents of the city of Joliet, that they too may be blessed and sanctified. Together may we all work for the betterment of our community and enjoy the blessings promised to those who remain faithful to you. We pray to you who are one Lord and one God, now and forever. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Father. Thanks, Father. Good decision.
Start with roll call. Mayor Oderkirk.
Here.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Here.
Councilman Girl.
Here.
Councilman Hug.
Here.
Councilman McFarland.
Here.
Councilman Morris.
Here.
Councilman Mudrin.
Here.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Here.
Councilman Turk.
Here.
First on the agenda under Mayor Oderkirk appointments.
No appointments.
Next is a proclamation recognizing John Randich for his years of dedication and service to the education profession.
As Krista said, this is a proclamation honoring John for his years in education and the years he was principal at Joliet Central. And it reads as follows. Excuse me. Whereas John Ranich was born and raised in Joliet, he is a lifelong resident and has dedicated the past 39 years of his life in the field of education. After graduating from Joliet Central High School in 1972, he attended what was then the College of St. Francis, and upon graduating, he worked at the college and realized he wanted to teach and coach. Whereas in 1978, John took a position at Joliet West High School where he was able to fulfill both passions, teaching and coaching. In 1984, he joined Joliet Central as a teacher and coach, embarking a 30-year career that led him to the principal's office in 2007. Whereas the role of the principal has changed over the years, it does provide many opportunities as well as challenges. John has overseen a higher quality curriculum for students as well as more student activities and athletics. One great reward of the job, among many, is seeing his own students and athletes return to educate students. Now therefore, I, Bob Oderkirk, Mayor of the City of Joliet, Illinois, on behalf of the Joliet City Council, do hereby recognize John Randich for his many years of dedication and service to the education profession. We wish you the best as you begin a new chapter in your life of a well-deserved retirement. As stated June 16th and assigned by Mayor Bob Oderkirk. John, good luck and have a great retirement.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Oderkirk, ladies and gentlemen of the City Council, Mr. Hawk and staff, wow. I'm really grateful for this. Being a lifetime Joliet resident really means a lot to get this recognition from all of you. in the role of a principal, it's probably one of the jobs that requires interdependence. And in the job as a principal, I've thanked my family and my school family. My wife is here tonight, Gail. I have to say thanks, Mom, because she watches all the Channel 6 news and all the Channel 6 City Council meetings, so hi, Mom. And of course, many of you know my brother, Steve. And then as far as our school family, Dr. McCarthy has been a tremendous supportive superintendent. We have a supportive school board. I've been blessed with a great Joliet Central Building leadership team and an awesome staff of 300 staff members and 3,000 students. When I was called for this, it was like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. So I have to thank also the City Council. I have seen you at many events. The Big Band Dinner Dance, graduation, our golf outing, our veterans program. So not only thank you for this, but also thank you for your support of Joliet Central High School and JT over the years. As a teacher, coach, and principal, I've been blessed with many former students who have done well, and that's really our reward in our profession, is to see how well young people do in their personal and professional lives. And so I have to embarrass two of my former students who are here. I have to embarrass them and just single them out, how proud I am of what they've accomplished. In my first class I taught in 1978 was a course called Social Behavior. It was a social studies class, and in that class was a 9th grade student who became the Joliet Fire Chief, Joe Formhalls. So thanks, Joe. Congratulations to you.
How'd he do?
He did real well.
He do all right?
He was a wonderful student.
Talk about social behavior.
He did real well. Yeah, Joe did very well. And then I'd like to thank also John Gurl, who played baseball for me at Joliet West, and he's turned out very well. I've followed his career along the way. So
Coach, did
once again,
he doctor the ball at all?
no, he didn't, but he did hit a home run in the regional that him and I often talk about. He hit a home run in the regional championship, so he came through. So once again, thank you very much for this. I'm honored.
Thank you.
John, congrats.
Enjoy your retirement. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Next is the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as written with the following change? Remove Council Memo 310-15, a resolution authorizing a line of credit for the construction of 6 single-family homes from the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
The motion is seconded to approve. Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Gurl.
Aye.
Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Motion carried. Appointment of Mayor Pro Tem. Is there a motion to appoint Councilwoman Betty Gavin as Mayor Pro Tem effective July 1st, 2015 through September 30th, 2015?
I would move to approve.
Second?
The motion seconded to approve. Councilman Gurl.
Aye.
Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Motion carried. Council committee reports. Finance committee report.
We're on the Finance Committee comprised of Councilman Groh and Councilman Mudrin. Met at 5:30 prior to this meeting to review the new investment policy that's on our agenda tonight. There's a few changes. It's mostly just housekeeping, but we recommend the approval. We also reviewed the 2014 Annual Treasurer's Report, which shows all of the expenditures and revenues from that was spent in the year 2014 with the city. That is also going to be on our website. Water and sewer rates, we received a presentation from staff about the major projects that are upcoming in the water and sewer department, along with funding that's going to be necessary. There's a study going on now of rate structure. Back the last time rates were adjusted in the city of Joliet was in 2011. There was a 35% increase done in 2009, and then it was followed by, I think it was the 5% increases after that for a couple of years. Tentative schedule has been put together that the June 16th there'll be a presentation of the financial analysis to the Finance Committee, and then a rate design after that in July will be presented to the Finance Committee. And then we will meet as a council of the whole for the rate study to go to the full City Council August 17th. September 1st, the City Council takes action on a rate ordinance, and October 1st would be the implementation of any proposed rate increase or rate structure that would be put into effect. It's too early right now to say if and what that would be, and so we're until we hear the report from this being gathered, we we'll share it with everyone else.
Any questions?
Public Safety Committee report.
Yes, Your Honor. The Public Safety Committee consists of Councilman McFarland, Councilman Hug, and myself. We had a few items of business that we discussed this evening. The first item where we took up a conversation with respect to crossing guards. Basically, the conversation revolved around not being able to keep enough crossing guards. The Chief Benton is going to come back with some recommendation, but the overall feeling was that the crossing guards were not adequately compensated, at least the newer crossing guards that we've hired over the past few years. They're paid $25 a day, and that consists of not only their time spent at the crosswalk, but also some of them, work multiple schools as well, driving time and that sort of thing. So we felt that possibly an increase could go a long way to helping us keep crossing guards. Currently, there's 40 corners that have to be manned by crossing guards, and we only have 36 guards. And what happens when we're short is that we have to have police officers, removed from active duty and take those positions. So that's just one suggestion that we talked about is looking at the compensation. As members of the council may recall that were on here 3 or 4 years ago, there used to be benefits associated with the crossing guards as far as IMRF. Those benefits were taken away because they didn't qualify. And so now the thought process is that, we may need to increase that compensation a bit. I don't know if Council McFarland, if you want to add anything. I know you had.
I think you covered it.
Okay, great. Second item of business that we discussed was a resolution approving the Illinois Law Enforcement Alarm System, or ILEA. It's basically a mutual aid agreement with other police departments in Illinois. The last time this was updated, it was in 2003. We're approving this language change tonight, and it's Resolution 307-15. We also have another resolution that's on the agenda, Resolution 308-15, a resolution requesting authorization to enter into a regular 2015 Justice Assistant Grant, or an intergovernmental agreement between the city and the county, or many of you may know it as basically a JAG grant. The city and the county is going to split $51,000, so we'll get approximately a little over $25,000, and we're going to use those grant dollars, for some gang integration software. And then the last item of business was a resolution requesting authorization to implement a tobacco enforcement program. We received a grant of approximately $9,900, which will be used to enforce, tobacco enforcement, specifically, prohibiting the use of minors from buying tobacco. And that's on your agenda tonight as well, 311-15. We also received notification from the chief of police that he was at, I believe it was a fundraiser, was it, Chief? Or you spoke somewhere, the Timothy Klotz Fund. The chief was there speaking about our Narcan program, which we talked about last week. And through that visit, through his discussions, the Timothy Klotz Fund, the board decided that they wanted to contribute $5,000 towards that Narcan program, which is going to go a long way to maintaining this program within our police squad cars. And Mayor, we may want to consider possibly a proclamation recognizing that very generous gift next month. So, Chief, I don't know if you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I'd just like to say that after we presented the Narcan initiative here at the last public safety meeting and was presented to council, the panel that comprises of the Timothy Klotz Memorial Fund saw that we were moving towards this Narcan initiative, and that each year apparently they look for a new purpose for the monies they earn through this golf outing. So they asked that I come and speak at their board meeting, which I did, explain the purpose of Narcan, and at the meeting there, they offered to donate $5,000 towards next year's funding for the program. I agree with your recommendation. I think they should be commended for it, and it's going to go a long way to helping us sustain this program.
And, Your Honor, that concludes my report.
Any questions?
Public Service Committee report.
Public Service Committee, comprised of Councilwoman Gavin, Councilman Hug, and myself, met yesterday at 4:30. Reviewed the contracts on the agenda along with change orders, pay estimates, and final payments. The only thing that as we voted on was removed is the construction of the homes, the 6 single-family homes, which will be coming back to us for further approval. That's all I have.
I show no other reports. Consent agenda. It's recommended the minutes of the special meeting held on May 28th, the minutes of the pre-council meeting held on June 1st, and the minutes of the regular meeting held on June 2nd, 2015 stand approved as recorded. 2014 Annual Treasurers Report. It's recommended this report be received and placed on file. Council Memo 301-15, regular payroll for May 1st through May 14th, 2015, $3,243,127.78. It's recommended said regular payroll be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is seconded to approve said consent agenda items. Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Quillman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Motion carried. Under ordinances and resolutions, ordinances, Council Memo 303-15, an ordinance establishing rules for public speaking. It's recommended said ordinance be adopted.
So moved.
Second?
Motion is seconded to approve. Councilman McFarland.
I want to vote aye, but I'd also like to thank Councilwoman Gavin and Councilman Morris for their diligence and time, and also our city attorney for compiling this ordinance. There's a lot of public input on it, a lot of dialogue, and I feel that this new ordinance that we're going to approve tonight strengthens the residents' First Amendment right and gives greater input to what we do here at the committee level and also here at the full council level. So thank you guys all for your time, and Mayor, you also, there's a lot of input from you also. So I vote aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Quillman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Motion carried. Council Memo 304-15, an ordinance approving the vacation of a 4-foot by 55-foot portion of a 20-foot public utility and drainage easement located at 922 New Fairfield Drive. It is recommended said ordinance be adopted.
So moved.
Second.
Been motion and seconded to approve. Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Quillman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Motion carried. Council Memo 305-15, an ordinance approving a special use permit to allow a resale store in an existing commercial structure located at 1395 North Larkin Avenue. It is recommended said ordinance be adopted.
So moved.
Second?
A motion and seconded to approve. Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Quillman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Motion carried. Under resolutions, Council Memo 307-15, a resolution approving the Illinois Law Enforcement Alarm System Mutual Aid Agreement. It's recommended said resolution be adopted.
So moved.
Second.
The motion is seconded to approve. Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Motion carried. Council Memo 308-15, resolution requesting authorization to enter into a regular 2015 Justice Assistant Grant intergovernmental agreement between the City of Joliet and Will County. It's recommended said resolution be adopted.
I would move to approve.
Second.
In motion and seconded to approve, Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hug.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Motion carried. Council Memo 309-15, a resolution amending the City of Joliet investment policy. It's recommended said resolution be adopted.
So moved.
Second?
It's been motioned and seconded to approve. Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hugg.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Motion carried. Council Memo 310-15 was removed from the agenda. Council Memo 311-15, a resolution requesting authorization to implement a tobacco enforcement
So
program.
moved.
Second.
Been motioned and seconded to approve. Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hugg.
Yes.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Chief, on that program, could you report back to the council the results of your enforcement action?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Motion carried. Under bids and contracts, award of contracts, Council Memo 313-15, approve the repairs to the number 4 influent pump at the West Side Treatment Plant. Council Memo 314-15, purchase one F-550 service truck for the Public Utilities Department. Council Memo 315-15, award a contract for the East Side and West Side Primary Clarifiers Deck Rehabilitation Project. Council Memo 316-15, award a contract for the Hobart Road Water Main Improvement Project. It's recommended Council Memos 313 through 316-15 be approved.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and seconded to approve. Councilman Hugg.
Aye.
Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Motion carried. Amendments, change orders, and payments. Council Memo 318-15, approved change order number 1 for painting the outside of City Hall. Council Memo 319-15, approved change order number 1 for the East Side Digester Brick Rehabilitation Project. Council Memo 320-15, approved change order number 1 for the 2015 sodium permanganate contract. Council Memo 321-15, approved change order number 1 and payment request number 2 for the Hickory Spring Water Main Improvement Project 2015. Council Memo 322-15, approved change order number 4 and payment request number 4 for the Essington Road Water Main Improvement Project 2014. Council Memo 323-15, approved change order number 3 and pay request number 7 and final for the 2014 MFT Roadways Resurfacing Contract. It's recommended Council Memos 318 through 323-15 be approved.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor? Yes, quick question. Clarification, Jim? When we do change orders, it should be done on the scope of the original job and how it's spec'd. If something occurs within the area not related to that scope, that shouldn't be a change order, correct?
It shouldn't be, no.
Okay. All right, just wanted a clarification. Thanks.
The motion is seconded to approve. Councilman McFarland.
Aye.
Councilman Morris.
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin.
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman.
Aye.
Councilman Turk.
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin.
Aye.
Councilman Girl.
Aye.
Councilman Hugg.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next is the city manager report.
Last night, Councilman McFarland asked me to report a little bit about our CDBG and our HUD Homes program. It's an item that we took off the agenda tonight. We get approximately $870,000 in home funds directly from HUD. We also have about $250,000 in our neighborhood services budget that also contributes to that. And this year, we're going to be building 6 new homes from the ground up. We utilize existing properties that are in the possession of the city to minimize additional costs, and also get those, and in the end, we sell these homes for approximately $100,000 each. Throughout the course of the year, as they become finished, we have a realtor represent and sell these homes and come before City Council. And these are people that qualify based on income. But the important part is that we're providing brand-new residents for families who either are in Joliet looking to find a new home. We utilize federal funds. We get these properties back on the tax roll, and we take a vacant, useless piece of property and create a home for residents in the city here. I also have a request for a brief closed session.
Quick question, Mayor. Yes. Jim, did you say that a portion of this program is supported by CDBG money?
Well, it's the Home Fund program, which is a HUD. CDBG is also a HUD program as well.
Right now, we also do that with some condemned or dilapidated homes too, correct? Where we'll take them over.
Yeah.
And if they're salvageable, we'll
Yes.
rehab them.
That's also a separate rehab program that we have.
Again, done with the different HUD.
Yes.
programs. Thanks.
Next is new business, not for final action or recommendation. Public comments?
None.
Mayor and council comments.
Councilwoman Gavin.
You know, I really want to thank the Joliet Chamber of Commerce and all of the organizers for the New Orleans North on Friday night. It was a great event. It was just well attended, along with the ISHA baseball tournament as well. But I thought that was a great event, and so I just want to thank those organizers for that. And I'm so looking forward to the taste, Joliet Taste, when it comes. So, great work.
No comment, Chairman.
Just a quick congratulations to Providence Catholic High School's baseball team. You mentioned the IHSA, they did win the championship. That's 2 in a row, I believe, Bob, am I right? So that's a difficult feat for a high school team to do. There is real parity in high school, so congratulations to the Celtics.
No comment.
I too joined my colleague, Councilwoman Gavin, at Mardi Gras. Even though the weather was threatening, people did come out in droves, and it was a great time. Couple things. With the weather coming up now, you know, it's hot, it's cold. Don't be fooled if it's cloudy. Even though it's humid and it's cloudy, the heat can still heat up in a car very quickly. So please leave your dogs at home. I know they like to go to the store, but it gets very hot very quickly. And I would like to remind people of concerts on the Hill at Bicentennial Park, starting on Thursdays at 6:30. It's a great time. If you have never been, it's live music, and just get you out for the summer. It's really a nice place as well. And last but not least, I would like to wish my dad a happy Father's Day, and all my colleagues here and staff and everyone in the audience, happy Father's Day. That's all I have.
Ditto.
I have a few comments. Number one, I'd like to congratulate Julie Sturr and the American Cancer Society for the event they put on a couple weeks ago out at the stadium. The Relay for Life, my understanding is that they raised over $120,000 in the fight against cancer, so great work, Julie. She's one of our, not our own, but Joliet's own, Julie Sturr. On the same day, the Star Wars event downtown was a tremendous success. Congratulations to Greg Peerbolt and the Joliet Historical Museum. My understanding is they had somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000 people down at that event. So again, great work by the museum. Number three, I had a chance this week to tour the Boys and Girls Club at Joliet on Clinton Street. I want to thank Mark Ansero and Khalil Deeb for the great work they do over there, and thank all the Joliet residents who helped supported that club over the years. It really is a good facility, and it's a great program they're running, especially in the summertime, keeping a lot of young kids off of the street, keeping them engaged, and they're feeding them 2 meals a day. There's a swimming pool inside the club, as most people probably know. So great work to the Boys and Girls Club, and I encourage people to support them or stop on by and see what you can do to help them out. They would appreciate it. Couple other issues. I want to thank Pam Owens for her service on the City Center Partnership, as it was reported that Pam has resigned her position, has taken another position. I am on the executive committee of the City Center Partnership, and I will be involved in the search for the new director. So we'll report back to the council. I've already spoken with City Manager Jim Hawk regarding that. To the CTS committee, I met with Beth Gonzalez from Pace Bus, and she brought up, I think, a point that we should consider. On our city website currently, there's no information regarding links to Metra, Pace, Amtrak, or Peoria Charters, or Greyhound, any of the services that use the Joliet bus station. So I wonder if the committee could examine that, maybe make recommendations to staff to assist our residents regarding that. And then finally, regarding Evergreen Terrace, I did meet with Holstein Group about a week and a half ago with staff. They presented two different options. They're still putting together the final package. Those are the options that I plan to present at the next council meeting. I'll be frank, the two options that I saw, I didn't think either one of them were good options for the city of Joliet. Of course, it's up to the council, it's not my decision, but I advised them to come up with two additional options. So what will be presented to the council are four different options regarding what we plan on doing with Evergreen Terrace for us to make a decision on. Having said that, Jim, I'm beginning to think this may be lengthy for a council or a pre-council meeting. If it's the wishes of staff or the council, would we consider a special meeting regarding Evergreen Terrace?
We can certainly do that, sure.
Okay, I think, again, even with the four that are presented, the final answer may not be there. It may be something that, as a group that we come to, but I think it's an important, this is a heavy financial decision we're going to have to make. So if, I was planning on doing this the first week of July. I know it's tough around the holiday. If maybe we could schedule something in that timeframe where we can get this out for the council.
We'll survey the council's availability and schedule accordingly.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Need a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel, collective bargaining, land acquisition, or conveyance pending or threatened litigation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is seconded. Councilman Morris?
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin?
Aye.
Councilwoman Coleman?
Aye.
Councilman Turk?
Aye.
Councilwoman Gavin?
Aye.
Councilman Girl?
Aye.
Councilman Huggs?
Aye.
Councilman McFarland?
McFarland.
Motion carried.